All right. Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode. This is the Thursday edition of the Rundown, entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with Tom Holland. He's taking a year off. There's some news from Amazon Prime. Are they going to increase the price? Are they going to decrease it with this new tier that's coming out? Well, we're going to figure it out. And it's Throwback Thursday, so we're going to talk about movies that have come out 10 and 20 years ago. Today on the Rundown. Guys, if you're coming into the live chat, fill it up. Let us know what you guys are talking about on any of the topics that we got going on. I also have a poll, a huge poll in the in the chat. So push on that. Yeah, think about how I said that, and that was for you personally. There you go. You loved it. Joining me with my disgusting jokes and the person I'm always harassing on a daily basis, Joy Fagan. Hey, babe.
Hello.
Thanks for helping me out again on a Thursday. We're gonna keep it short. It's I always joke about it's gonna be a tight 30. This might even be a 15 because we got a rundown later on tonight. We might have. I'm not even gonna call it like I'll jinx it every time. We're gonna have a full panel. It's gonna be 4 or 5 things.
Whoever is, when we are on tonight, that's when you'll see who's here.
Yeah, you'll see exactly. I'm not even gonna try to call it anymore.
People will be here.
Yeah, people will be here.
The number.
Maybe somebody will bring some of the Lord's chicken. I like that Chick-fil-A.
The Lord's chicken.
I don't like their policies. I just like the taste. I'm addicted.
Well, I mean, a lot of the Christians are upset with them and the Lord's chicken. So
yeah. Well, they'll get over
they're
it.
getting woke and they don't like it.
They'll be fine. They're fine. They'll be blessed. They stay as long as they. Look, I'll deal with it later. Just make sure the dipping sauce is good. Guys, like I said, as always, hit the like button. Let us know what you guys think on the topics that we're about to talk about. We're gonna go down them real fast. But first, before I go down on that, yeah, you like that? You like the way I said that? You like that? Before I go down on that, I mentioned something yesterday that I did not elaborate on. So I'm gonna fix that today. So as always, guys, we have a podcast. If you don't catch us live on Facebook Live, on Twitch, or on YouTube, you can also catch the show on our podcast. And Super Chats, we will interrupt the show for donations. And thank you guys who support the channel. If you can't support us through Super Chats, we understand. Hit the like button. It's all good. Just if you haven't become a subscriber, think about becoming a subscriber. But here's the thing that I forgot to mention, I mentioned it, but I forgot to really show it yesterday. So for our podcast viewers or listeners, or even if you're not a podcast listener, I mentioned yesterday that I'm going to take viewer voicemail and incorporate that into the show. So during the We Got Your Mail portion, if you go to the link is already in this video and in every video from this day forward, there is a voicemail link. That voicemail link goes to our podcast, which is through Anchor. And let me see if I can go full mass here. And you will see where there's arrows pointing out there, you'll see a send voice message button. Now, here's the rub is what they say. You have to sign up through this Spotify. This is linked with Spotify. If you're not already a podcaster on Spotify, you have to make an account with them. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for it. It's just that they don't have just a listeners kind of a link. You have to sign up with Spotify podcasters and just create an account. That way you can send a message to any podcaster of your choice. You link if you're on your phone, it'll just ask if it can connect to your microphone, and you just leave a 1 minute message or less, 1 minute or less message. I'll get the message and we'll play it right here on the show during the We Got Your Mail portion of the show. So we're going to add that in addition to the We Got Your Mail. So if you want to send us a voicemail, there's your link. The link is in the description below, so go check that out. Like I said, I'll go back real quick. It'll look something like this. That little button right there. Click on it. Send us a message. Let us know what you guys think on the topics that we're talking about, or anything that we haven't discussed yet, or just anything that you're thinking. Just say, hey, Chris, hey, what What do you think about what's the meaning of life? To ask me those kinds of questions. I might not have the answer you need, but I'll have the answer you want. But so that's how you can send us a message. I don't think I was specific about that yesterday. I had it all queued up, so that's how it is. What do you think, babe? What do you think about this addition to the We Got Your Mail?
I mean, it could be great if people utilize it.
Utilize it properly, or if we're like, what if we get breathers?
I don't know if you've the local radio. I know people are not all from this area, but Rula and Ryan, KRBE.
Yeah.
They have a voicemail.
Yeah.
When people leave.
Yeah, a hotline kind of a thing. Yeah.
They will play them sometimes on air.
The listener
and some
line.
of them will be some random stuff that they're like, what are these people even talking about? People that get on at 4 a.m. drunk. And
make it hilarious.
And you're like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have anything to do with us whatsoever.
Yeah, you make that voicemail hilarious. You definitely getting on the show. Oh yeah, make it funny. Yeah. Hey Chris, I'm in my bathrobe or my birthday suit. Just thinking about the rundown. So what do you think about the new Marvel movie? Almost spilled my coffee. So, something crazy. I don't care. Say it. I don't care. That'll be hilarious. You'll definitely get on the show. But that's how you do it, guys. Like I said, right here on the rundown. Go to Anchor. I think it's anchor.fm, I think it is, or FN. I forgot. But look for Anchor and the rundown, or Anchor and T3 Medias. The link is in the description below. So if you can't find it on Google, the link is right here on this video. So, all right. With that out of the way, I guess that constitutes the announcements. As always, become a patron. I think I described yesterday what our patrons will get: our full videos of any of the first-time watching videos that we do. And if you become a YouTube member, you will have access to talk with us live, not just leave a message. You could talk with us live on the show, and be a part of the panel, or in another tier, you'll be in the video live with us. So. With all that out the way, what is the first order of business on entertainment news, baby?
Amazon Prime is reportedly weighing ad-supported streaming tier, joining Netflix and Disney.
Wrong. The question I had yesterday was, is this going to lower the price of Amazon? So Amazon is going the route of Netflix and and Disney Plus, with adding a tier that will interrupt your shows with ads and things like that.
I doubt it will lower anything. Where everybody is right now will be the low end.
But we discussed it yesterday.
If you want no ads, you're going to have to pay more. They're not going to lower the price.
Or they could do what Warner Brothers did, was real quick increase the price and then add that tier that brings it back to the original price. So we increased it by $3, but if you want that $3 discount again, you got to go with ads. That's a sneaky way to do it. As we were talking about this yesterday, does Amazon even lowering the price to me makes sense, because Amazon makes their money from shipping and all this stuff that they do. I mean, the videos portion of it, Amazon Prime Video is technically a free service that all Prime members get just for being a Prime member. So they are already making their trillions upon trillions of dollars. So why would they need? They have more money. They could buy Disney. They could buy all these other competition 10 times over. So am I answering my own question? Is it just basic capitalism greed?
Yeah,
just business? Is that all it is? Or is there something else going on? Are they worried about the money that they're losing on Amazon Prime Video? They knew that was the case from day one. All these streaming services are technically losing money. The ones that it doesn't really matter that much would be like Apple TV, because Apple makes money selling computers. Amazon, they make money. They make 99% of their money doing other things.
You already got people mad because they're not getting their deliveries one day anymore.
Well, not only no, when she says people, she's talking about her. She's like, this is like twice in a row.
I've seen it on TikTok. A lot of people that are like, what happened? Like, everything used to have pretty much, if you were Prime, you would see on pretty much every product, unless it was like a big item, or something like that. You can get it one day. It was all one day.
And now lately,
there's like a few things, but a lot of things are 2 day, 3 day. or who knows.
Well, if
And
this
then yes, like myself, it says it's one day, and at almost the 1 day mark, it's suddenly like, oh, it's actually going to be like 3 or 4 days. Oops, sorry.
So being a customer that's already kind of upset with what's going on with Amazon Prime, if this new tier thing doesn't lower the price or if it affects it at any way negatively, it's just going to be another ding on another check against Amazon.
Yep.
That's why I said, to me, it feels like they should do it. Should go the other way. It should reduce the price. It just makes sense to me. They make money hand over fist on all their other stuff, so it doesn't really need to. I don't know. It's Disney, Netflix. That it makes sense for them because especially Netflix. I mean, they're only making their money through their subscription, their subscriber count. They're not making money anywhere else. So for them, it makes sense that they would need additional help with advertisers and stuff like that. They should have been doing that a long time ago. But anyway, that's the boring stuff out of the way. Question: what do you guys think about Amazon? If you're an Amazon, and also if you are not a Prime member, you can get Amazon Video for like $8.99 a month. So there is a separate service for non-Prime members where you can pay for it. So I wonder if it only affects them. Does it reduce their costs if they go with the subscription tier, or does it increase? Will they do the sneaky thing, like I said, increase it first, then reduce it back to the original $8.99? I don't know. The article was pretty vague. There's not really that much details on it. Amazon themselves says that they're still in the discussion phase of this. Is just kind of like leaks in a way. People that are in the in crowd have been reporting that it was reported to the Wall Street Journal and things like that. So if this is going to happen, it's not happening anytime soon. It's probably going to happen a little bit further down, if it happens at all this year. So let us know what you guys think about that. And what's the next topic on the agenda?
Tom Holland is taking a break from acting after working on his new TV show, The Crowded Room. In the show, Holland plays a man who is arrested for a crime and his life is investigated through interviews. Holland is also an executive producer on the show. Filming the show was difficult for Holland because he had to explore new emotions he had never experienced before. And being a producer is also tough because there were problems on set that he had to deal with. After the show ended, Holland took a break and went to Mexico for a week. He is now taking a year off because of how hard the show was. He doesn't have many acting projects lined up. A Fred Astaire movie, and then, of course, Spider-Man 4, which is on hold because of the writer's strike.
Right, yeah. So, and hearing that Holland, there was another article about Holland that he was recovering from, I forgot what it was. Was it drinking?
I saw something there that was just about him saying that even if he never did another movie, he felt very blessed and privileged that he got to do all the Spider-Man. That was enough for him, even if nothing ever came. Like if he ever did anything else.
Right. I mean, it seems this is the second time I've heard something about Tom Holland's mental health, or I think we did talk about it on this show where he checked it before it got too bad. It was something about him I think it was with drinking, and luckily he got on top of it, especially being mentored by a guy like Robert Downey Jr. So seeing what he went through, he probably luckily saw the signs before it got too bad, and then came on the other side of it.
It's easy to look at, oh, well, shut up. You guys make bajillions of dollars.
Yeah, you're not a human being. Yeah.
But I think people forget, especially for, he's very young. Mm-hmm. And they forget that, when you are popular, you're not doing just one thing. Some of these actors and actresses have 3 or 4 different projects going at the same time. They've got TV things, they've got movie things, multiple movies that are all being shot. So and then if they're in different locations, they're not always in LA or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're being flown all over the place. And sometimes roles require losing weight, gaining weight, being super muscled, so that they're on all these programs and regimens that it's just sun up, sundown, go here, go there, go do all these things. And when you're very young, and you're also, here's a press junket, here's a a party, here's this, and you need to show up at all this stuff, and you need to be happy and be nice to everyone and do all these things, keep a smile on your face at all times, do all this stuff, then after a while, some people are just like, I just want to be left alone for a while. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to look at anybody. I just want to be left alone.
So I agree.
Need a break.
All while you're a kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore, but when he started off, your brain is still developing. You're going through these emotions and stuff. Kid actors especially at a certain level, can have it really, really tough. So I see that at least he seems to be one of the young actors that he's good at seeing the signs. I give from based on what I can tell, he's good at least he has the right people around him that are good at seeing the signs, and he listens. He's like, hey, this you might be hitting this wall, or he's taking some time off. I'm not surprised that he said, yeah, I'm gonna, and I'm glad that he'll take the time to go. Let me take a year off. The writer strike is just hitting. This is the part of the time. This is the time to do it. Spider-Man ain't going nowhere. The fact that every other project that he doesn't seem to do as well. You're in that moment now. Like I was saying, I brought up Robert Downey Jr. Earlier. I mean, he's been renowned for a bunch of things other than Iron Man. But when he had his major comeback, and then Iron, now it seems like after Iron Man, he can't really get anything else really popping and off the ground. And it seems like Tom Holland is still kind of in the danger zone, hovering around that of his career, and I'm sure he's worried about that. I'm sure he thinks about that. Hopefully, maybe this series might do something good for his career. It's a TV series.
Some of that comes with age, because you are being pushed by your management team and your agents
and the Disney regime
to take anything that comes your way. Oh, that'll be great. Do it. Whereas later on, you might be like, some of that wasn't real quality stuff.
Oh, we're going to get into that later, too.
Might not would have wanted to do.
Yeah. Pointless. No.
That, because you felt like, I got to do something. I got to do something.
Depending on where you are, I mean, especially if you're buzzing and everything, you want to.
I don't want him to forget my name, so I'm going to do anything.
You think these roles, and I hear these that actors, they don't all go in thinking that they're making a bad. But sometimes they know that the movie's not that great. But in the middle of it, for the 9 times out of 10, nobody goes off trying to make a bad
hindsight.
project.
It's like later on, you look at all your work and you're like, there was a bunch of stuff there that I shouldn't
have gone full nude on that one, or I should have gone full nude on that one. But with everything that's been going on with him, at least like I said, good at seeing the signs. It's good that he's taking some time off. I'm glad he's still interested in being Spider-Man, so that's cool for us. The fact that this time it's a TV series, let's see what happens with it, because everything else has been like a Netflix movie, things like that. It wasn't that real well received. Like, is Spider-Man the only thing he's going to be successful in? Now, well, let's see what's going on with this movie. What's it called again? The Crowded Room?
Crowded Room.
The only other thing I know about that series is that the young lady that was in Shameless, the oldest sister, is from Shameless, is playing his mother. So I'm like, that was weird. I know their age isn't. There's not an age gap with them. I know she's in her. It's got to be early 30s, and he's in his mid 20s. It's got to. So that was weird. I was like, okay, there's gonna be some memes about that. So guys, let us know what you guys think on this. The Tom Holland taking a year off from acting to focus on himself, getting himself strong mentally, I guess, for hopefully when we get that Spider-Man 4, because Spider-Man is hot right now. And he was also quoted in saying that Across the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie he's ever seen. I'm paraphrasing. I think it was on the lines of that. Yeah, that was good. So, all right, let's move on to the next topic. And guys, reminding you guys, if you're in the chat, let us know what you guys think in the chat. We're watching it. I'm not going to pull them up on the display because I can't risk it, because I don't know if the lower third thing is fixed. So I want it to be available for when we do the show tonight. So until I can confirm that I can use that app twice in a day, we're watching the chat. So if you guys say something, we'll call it out, and I'll probably get it up on the screen another way. But if not, like I said, it's just a quick show. Where was I at?
Throwback Thursdays.
Throwback Thursdays. It's Thursday. Okay. Well, for Wednesday, we did 10
and 20-year movies.
Yeah, we're doing that for Thursday. For Wednesdays, it's officially box office result Wednesday. Thursdays, it's going to be Throwback Thursdays, where we go back, like you said, we go way back. Go back in time. Once upon a time, long time ago, 10 years and 20 years were movies that came out around this time, this week, 10 and 20 years ago. And then on Fridays, we will do... and later on tonight when we do the Rundown After Dark, it's going to be... I'm going to introduce a new game. A game for me game.
For me.
We're going to introduce something there for that. And for Fridays, it's going to be... What's the game? What's the thing for Friday? Anyway, there's some staples that you guys are going to look forward to for Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So it's Thursday. Throwback Thursday. We're going to... let's look at what came out around this time 10 years ago. Starting with 10 years ago on... June, the first week of June, The Purge came out. That turns 10 years old. And Rapture Palooza.
Never heard of it.
I don't think I saw it. I love her as an actress.
The Purge, yes.
Kendrick, is that her name?
Still never heard of it.
I think I saw of it. I don't think I saw it. That was 10 years ago this week. Turning 20. The Hatchet Man. I know I didn't watch that, but I remember it coming out. But more importantly, one of the greatest movies and the greatest franchises of all time, turning 20 years old. One of the best intros with that boom, boom, like a pimp. That was the best part of the movie. Boom, boom, boom. That had the best. I should have made that the poll. What was the best intro to a Fast and Furious movie? Too Fast, Too Furious will win that vote all day, every day. Like a pimp. We're a little bit biased because we are from Houston, so we might be a little bit biased for Lil Flip, but I think he had the best intro. And that when I remember correctly, that song wasn't in the soundtrack. They just added it in there because it was popping at the time. Little Flip, Like a Pimp, is 20 years old. More importantly than Too Fast, Too Furious. That is too funny. Like a pimp. Demonetized. That was the best. Anyway, 20 years old. And next week, I can't wait to do next Thursday because that's gonna be a shocker. All right. Turning 20. What do you think? Did you guys watch any of those movies 10 years ago, 20 years ago? There again, The Purge. Of course, we watched The Purge. I love The Purge franchise. You didn't watch any of The Purges?
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, the first Purge. Yeah. The Purge is only 10 years old. I wanted to say it was older than that. I hope I'm right about that. Turning 10, The Purge. The two shockers right there. The Purge and Too Fast, Too Furious. Turning 10 and turning 20. Maybe I should just do one movie. Just focus on one movie. Nah, 2 or 3. I don't know. I'll focus on the ones that I like or that catch my eye, and we'll look out for those. All right, that's for Throwback Thursday. Let's move on to the main discussion of the week, babe. What's going on?
Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins, in an exclusive article in The New Yorker, was dismissive about his work portraying Odin, the king of Asgard, and father to Thor, Chris Hemsworth, saying, "They put me in armor, they shoved a beard on me." Hopkins recalled, "Sit on a throne, shout a bit. If you're sitting in front of a green screen, it's pointless acting."
Pointless.
This is similar to the criticism movies have faced from major directors like Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino. Chris Hemsworth expressed disappointment over these directors' comments, saying, "That's super depressing when I hear that. There goes 2 of my heroes I won't work with. I guess they're not a fan of me." Hemsworth did also confess in that same interview that Thor 4 was too silly. But that's not the one that Anthony Hopkins was even in. Thor.
Yeah, he wasn't even in it. But Anthony Hopkins was just discussing his time as Odin on the 3 movies that he was in. He wasn't in the 4th one. But one of the shocking parts of that Chris Hemsworth part of the discussion was I guess that's some directors I'm not going to be working with. I mean, not to say that they were really saying that you personally, these are these directors that are like, these aren't the type of movies that I'm going to do or that I like, or they're what are they feeling like they're kind of messing up the movie going experience, I guess. These how they feel about these comic book movies. But I don't think they were really saying about you personally, though, Chris. But what do you think about that whole, I guess these are two directors I'm not going to, you think he's taking it personally?
I mean, he is. I just feel like a lot of these directors, there's a way to say that you don't like something. I mean,
I don't like that.
I don't like horror movies. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that they're not well made, that there's not some that are well put together and well
like Freddy versus Jason,
well captured on film.
Right.
I just don't like them.
Yeah.
So you can say comic book movies are not my thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't really want to speak on that because I don't like that. I don't like those kind of movies.
I've got to make that a sound. I don't like that. I got a whole story about that. Yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite line from Charlotte Dobree. Absolutely not. But I don't like that comes from an old story of when I worked as an apartment a leasing consultant, and it's like, can we get my AC fixed? It's too hot. I don't like that. This customer was assault. I don't like that. I don't like my friend Jason made fun of her so bad. I don't like that. I gotta make that too.
I feel like with these older generation of actors, they're basically like, these young whippersnappers. Yeah. Doing all these newfangled techniques. No, they're not keeping things true to the way the film was meant to be, and I don't like it. It's not good, it's trash. And you're never going to change their mind on it. They're set in their ways. It's the way they've always done it. Mm-hmm. It's the way their entire career has been. They don't want to see change. They don't like it. And you're not going to change their minds. And I don't really take... not that I don't love the work that I've seen them do, but I take it as a grain of salt because they're grumpy old men. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Unlike Morgan Freeman, he was being real about it. Like, why did you do these movies or that movie, this kid movie? For the money. I was like, he's keeping it.
Because they paid me?
Yeah, because they paid.
Clearly you did the movie.
What was that other actor who said it perfectly? Like, because I'm an actor for hire, and this was the work. I mean, when you clearly, like you said, you clearly did the movie. I mean, there was a picture in there where Hopkins was still having fun sticking his Ragnarok. They seemed like they were having a good old time and whatnot. So in the middle of the mix and working on it, you don't seem to have a problem. Of course, you can't. I mean, contractually, you bath mouth. You look what Ezra Miller's going through. You make us look bad during production or before a movie comes out. You don't mess with Kevin Feige. You might be Odin, but you don't F with Feige. But I guess now that his character's gone forever, he feels like, I know they're never gonna call me back, but I mean, with the multiverse, they could, and I know he's not thinking about it. And you're right, he is from another time. He's probably done with it. Maybe if they called him to come back for a return, he wouldn't do it. But I still feel like, and that's why I put the question in the poll. Nobody's voting. You guys are voting. So I got it right there. I said, was Anthony Hopkins right about?
I voted and it disappeared.
Oh, it's not working?
I don't know if other people have tried or not, but I did.
Oh, so that explains it. Usually you guys are on top of the vote. So if you guys, okay, so the voting poll says, was Anthony, maybe I should try to redo it. So the questions are, was Anthony Hopkins right about what he said on the Odin role, as his role in Odin in Thor franchise? The choices are yes, it was pointless. No, it was not pointless. Or either way, it was unprofessional. So let me see if I can end that poll.
And it's like, also on top of that, were you going into it expecting you would win an Oscar for your performance? Because that's not the kind of role that this movie is.
What shocked me about Thor 1 was that it was very Shakespearean. The way they did it, and the way Hopkins, Hemsworth, all of them put their performances out there was far superior for it. It was a shock. Everybody expected Thor to be like. Everybody was like. Even I went into like because I didn't know nothing about the character. I was like, I don't know. Compared to Iron Man was pretty badass, but this Thor, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. But when I saw it, I remember I was with my friend Mike. We went to the theater together and we watched that whole movie. When the credits started rolling, we looked at each other like, that was freaking great. And it wasn't just because Thor was bashing things around and beating people up and making the graphics look. It was because the acting
I loved 3
was amazing.
I think it was just 1 that I didn't care for.
You didn't like part 1? I
like.
like.
Was it 2 that was?
3 is my favorite, but 1. Oh no, 2 was the worst.
2. Okay. Yes, I did not.
But part 1, as far as acting, part 1. I mean, it was clear. It was a story about a father and his sons, and the Shakespearean Greek tragedy drama mixed with a little Jerry Springer in there, drama that was going on with hovering between Loki and its jealousy with Thor, and then Anthony Hopkins being the source that's trying to keep this family together. It was a Fast and Furious. It was a family story. It was father and son story. It was very good.
Like Y2 Germ says, the role was great. Plus, it let an up and coming actor work off a legend.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's stuff that these actors do remember. I saw a clip of, and I can't remember what actor it was. Oh, it was.
Let me go to the screen right here.
Recently saw.
Let me see if this works.
Man, I can't think of his name right now.
And I'll see if I can fix the
Eddie Murphy movie that we saw where they didn't like the.
I don't know. You're just making stuff up now, babe.
The Netflix movie that we got to see ahead of time several months back.
With Eddie Murphy?
And where he...
Dolomite?
No, where he was... where his daughter was dating the white guy and they didn't like each other.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
What was the name of the movie?
Damn. Now you can't put me on the spot. You Google that because you can't put me on. I like that movie, but everybody was giving it crap. We saw it in the theaters. We were invited to a press junket to screening to see it before it debuted on Netflix.
You People.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jonah Hill was talking about I don't even know what movie it was, an old movie that he had done with Morgan Freeman, I believe.
Right.
And saying that, it was like an honor to be with somebody who's done so many movies, but he thought the man hated him because he never said a word on set.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
He's like, he never said anything to anybody, and he was like, and then one day out of the blue.
He goes, Jonah, Babona, Banana, Fana, Fofona.
And then he goes, no, you do me. And he was like, what?
Morgan, Bo Morgan.
And he goes, and after I did it, he was like, never said another word.
Well, yeah, that was pretty.
That was it.
Maybe Morgan knew that he was being a little rude to him. He's like, you know what, let me give the kid some love and throw him off his game. If anything, he gave him a story you're never going to forget again. But yeah, I mean, the vibe, that just talks about the vibe that's going on with... on set, sometimes, I mean, maybe Anthony Hopkins didn't have a good time. To me, it looked like, from what I could see, that he was having a pretty decent time on it. But I mean, that's just how it, I guess, feels. I guess after the fact, he's just being real. Maybe it's just him just being real. You know what? They put a beard on me. They covered my eye after the second movie. I'm acting in front of a green screen. That's probably just not his thing. I mean, he's more of, like you said, he's old school. So acting in front of this new green screen generation where everything is all green screen, it's not his thing.
It's a generation don't know how to word things eloquently. So instead of saying, if it was like, I enjoyed my time, but it's not my thing, or
it won't let me do another poll.
I wasn't in it thinking I was going to win awards for this. Mm-hmm. It comes out, it was pointless, and this kind of acting is just pointless. When that wasn't exactly what you meant, and you didn't find a better way to say it than that.
Yeah.
You don't realize the words that are coming out of your mouth, and you're like, well, I mean, that's what I said, but y'all are taking it out of that's not what I meant. Like, well, but that's what you said.
I put it like this: yes, he was right. No, he was wrong. And the last one was either way, it was unprofessional, if I'm spelling this right. And I said yes. Well, so yeah, maybe this time it'll work. I said so. The question is was Anthony Hopkins right about what he said on his role as Odin in Thor franchise? So let's see if this one works. All right, you want to test it out and see if that? Yeah, touch that poll. Is it working now?
It looks like it.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys.
It disappeared again.
It disappeared again. Wow.
It says it's there and then it's gone.
Oh, actually, the results. So there's a glitch, but your results, all of what you guys did, you guys see that right there? The results are right there. So 0% said either way it was unprofessional. Poll completed 6 votes. So it did tally your votes, but it didn't. It was just disappearing in real time.
Beagle Studios says that doesn't make sense because Anthony Hopkins was also in the last Bayformers film.
Yeah, Michael Bay Transformers. Oh my God. And the news is out that this new Transformers movie feels very Michael Bay-ish. But that was almost false advertisement. They had him all in the trailer like he was going to be throughout the whole movie. He was only in one scene. I don't even really remember that movie. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember anything about it. I pushed it out of my memory. If I watch that movie again, for me, it'll be like the first time watching, because I won't subject myself to that again. But I remember seeing it in theaters and going, that was trash. I didn't like it, and I can't remember one thing that happened in that movie. I still remember Dark Side of the Moon, because that's one of my favorite Transformers movies, because Tyrese was like, how come the Decepticons get all the damn good get weapons? but I don't remember anything about the last night or something like that? The Dark Knight or something? The last night? Yeah, I don't remember anything about that movie, especially Hopkins' scene. But yeah, but I don't think that scene that Hopkins was in on Transformers was green screen. I think that was a set that he was on. I think he was in a real location. That's just based on from what I remember. I don't remember him being in any special effects like Marvel, like Asgard, like green screen setting. I think he was on a real set.
Some of these movies, you don't really have another choice but to do green screen.
Yeah.
You can't really. The money involved into making hundreds of different elaborate sets for so many seconds here and there would be a waste.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Like Fast X with all the locations that they went to. Went to space, they went to Spain.
And we have the technology now for it to look realistic, not like from the 80s where you're like, yeah, that's very clearly, I don't know where y'all were pretending to be, but no.
What do you think about Hemsworth admitting that, I can't get focused. Admitting, hey, yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah, it was maybe we went too silly.
On number 4, I read that and was like, he said they had a great time.
Yeah,
and he was like looking back.
It's
Taika
Waititi.
Seemed like they got a little carried away with the silliness.
Yeah,
and now the outcome is that maybe the movie's a little too silly.
For me.
But yeah, it's Taika Waititi.
It's Taika Waititi, so it's going to be a good time. Look, Anthony Hopkins right there looks like he's having a blast. I remember that scene where he had to pretend like he was a bum on the street and stuff like that. It looked like he's having a blast. Probably because he's not in a green screen. He's out there in New York. But right here, he was like, hey, we're where? Where are we? What? This is a green screen. So, he's old. Like I said, he's old school. Not old. He's old school. He's like Shakespearean level. Hey, I'm not gonna age shame him. There's 80-year-old actors out there having babies right now. So he getting out. So I'm pretty sure if Anthony wants it, he can get it in.
I say yeah. Beagle Studios. That was what I was saying. Hopkins is just an old school thespian.
Yeah.
So I get why he said what he said, but he could have worded it differently. Exactly. That's what I.
But at the same time, he's like,
you have ways to word things more eloquently.
You go up to Anthony Hopkins and tell him you could have worded it differently. He probably look at you like, shut up.
Because my dad is like, I don't know, 86. My dad's getting up there. And there's frequently stuff that comes out of his mouth that you're just like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Like, you can't tell me nothing.
And everything is just, it sounds angry.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you too, baby.
And you're like, why are you so mad? I'm not mad. I'm in a good mood. Okay, well, you sound real mad. That's what you sound like.
Resting mad voice. You got resting angry voice. Yeah, he's all Yeah, he's a very intimidating man. I still sweat every time I make any little mistake around
He was a
my
prison
father-in-law.
guard, and he did well without even really saying anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
he just looks angry all the time.
Damn, no, so angry. Damn that rap music. Anything else in the chat that we missed? Because like I said, I'm just afraid to do the lower third thing. I don't want to mess up and wait, is the chats up? Yeah, we can pop that up maybe that. Oh, I guess we're only getting one out of that one. But no, it's always it on a delay. Anyways, but yeah, I think we okay, boomer. It's like damn green screen, and I don't know what's going on. Like, okay, boomer, what the hell did you call me? Nothing. No, yeah. Say it to his face. Yeah, say I wouldn't mess with Anthony Hopkins. But like you said, that's what he said. He said what he said. That's how he feels. Anything else we missed? I think we were simultaneously covering what you guys were saying in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Peter Lang in the house. We got JD the MC and Y2 Germs in the house as well. Appreciate you guys. And B Gill Studio.
One day that'll be us mad at the youngins for doing movies in space instead of here on Earth where they should be.
The new social medias, whatever it is.
They're doing all them newfangled movies actually on the moon. Dang it, why aren't they doing them right here at home?
Gather around the Snapchat children, I'll tell you.
Let me talk to you about the way they used to do things.
Yeah. Back when I was in middle school, we used to wear our pants backwards. Crisscross was their name. Jumping was their game. Watch, and all the styles in the 90s and stuff are starting to come back. Like our daughter always has ripped jeans and stuff. I'm like, that's the 80s. That we did like everything that this literally like. I guess I'm gonna sound like that dude.
They put on TikTok. Look at this new style I came up with. No, that's not new. You did not come up with a new style.
Our generation was the dawn of the internet era. There's literally nothing. I mean, there's two new technology you can come up with, but as far as styles, there's literally nothing y'all can come up with.
Janko pants. Please don't do that.
There's literally nothing y'all can come up with that isn't gonna be a little bit inspired by something that was probably already done. I think the Matrix was right. 1999 was like the peak of our creativity. Not saying that they're not going to create better stuff, but just saying it's like.
I'll say Natalie wore a dress of mine at Christmas. Remember that was from the 90s that I had in the closet. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, that's cute. I want that.
Oh man, the doorbell's ringing. Babe, you want to check? You want me to check? What's that?
Is someone delivering the Lord's chicken?
Okay, maybe somebody's sent a delivery. That's funny. In the middle of the show. Well, we're pretty much wrapping it up, guys. So I see. I think we got through all your discussions. I think the poll, let me pull it up real quick. The results was what? No, it was not pointless. 66% of you said yes, it was pointless. 33 agreed, and 0% of you guys said either way, it was unprofessional. So y'all agree with me that hey, he gonna say what he gonna say. So. Professional, unprofessional or not. Now I'm trying to listen in what's going on downstairs. Is it a solicitor? I don't know. Maybe it's a neighbor that wants to join the show. I don't know. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for us, man. I appreciate you guys for keeping the live chat live. And we're going to be back tonight for the After Dark show where we're going to discuss some new topics that I got lined up for. I'm still piecing it together. Got some day job stuff that I got to take care of for the next couple hours before I get started on that. But hopefully it should be me, my wife Joy, Tabitha. I think Giovanni said he's going to try to make it in today. But either way it goes, it'll be at least 3 of us here for the After Dark show. Let us know what you guys think, what you guys want to talk about. Appreciate you guys helping us out. So for Joy, I'll say good day. Have a good rest of your day, and I guess we'll see you guys a little bit later. So good day to see you later, guys. JD the MC, B Gill Studios. See you later, Peter and Y2 Germs. See you guys later. Appreciate you in the live chat as always. And until next time.